Hi, I'm attorney Justin Boren. I'm a criminal defense attorney with more than a decade of experience based in central Indiana. And today I want to talk about something that doesn't typically happen, but when it does, it is very important to get proper representation. And that is if you are ever being investigated for a crime. Now, in most instances, people walk into my office, they've already been charged with a crime, but I would say about maybe 5 to 10% of the time, someone gives me a call and says, the police have contacted me, or there's been an allegation made, and I'm worried that I may be charged with something. Now, this is somewhat of a rarity, but it allows us as criminal defense attorneys to be proactive. And there are some cases where it makes sense to sit down with a criminal defense attorney and be properly guided through this process. Now, as a tenement of criminal defense law, it's that we do not typically talk to the police. If there is a Hippocratic oath for doctors, which is first, do no harm, for criminal defense attorneys, it's probably shut up and do not talk to the police. That's the standard. That's the best piece of advice. However, there are instances where it does make sense for you to talk to the police. This could be when you have specific facts or you have specific evidence that may actually serve to prove that you either were not at the crime scene or perhaps the role that you played in some sort of criminal activity was significantly less. It can also be that if you were involved in a conspiracy, you may wish to be represented by an attorney so that you can get out in front of criminal charges and be properly represented so that you may not get as harsh of a charge. So there are numerous instances where being represented by an attorney prior to there being criminal charges makes sense. But I would point out that in such instances, time is generally of the essence, and that you need to get with an attorney quickly. You need to find one that you are comfortable with, and that is why it is helpful to have a relationship with a lawyer or with a law firm to whom you can turn to in such an instance and then seek their advice in an emergency-like situation.